The universal flows. With the universal flow, it creates new meaning, new growth, new opportunities. Do we not all want that?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want it if it requires work? We have honest people here. I would love to dream about it one day, or maybe watch a movie. That would be so cool. But I don't want to work. All right. We are all in the flow of the universe. At some point, we really are. You all think you are anyway, don't you? So I wanted to give you two pictorials of the flowing in the universe. One of them is, if you could imagine with me, a box that's sealed, and it's floating on the waters of energy. Kind of think of Noah's Ark. Floating on the waters, housing what has been, trying to preserve all that has ever been. You can flow with the universe that way, in your box, preserving all that ever has been for you. Or you can open and let the universal waves flow through you. And let yourself experience the movement of the universe. Now, as I describe those two hypothetical possibilities, where do you see yourself? Do we have any boxes?
On occasion.
Most of us have a difficult time opening the windows to the box, so that where we have been can become fresh. Do you realize that? We invest so much energy preserving what has been. And that's why I chose Courtney's song for today, because it is an out-of-the-box way of loving God from her heart. It's not traditional in any sense, but it's as pure love of God as anyone's, is it not? We have to open the doors to flow. Okay, that was just Cindy has to open her doors to flow. You may be flowing beautifully. So let us look at those of us that may have an issue with flowing, and this may not be your service, this may be for someone that you know. Okay. I want to start with one of the first teachings that I heard when I was very young. And I can't give the teacher credit. I was very young, I have no idea who it was. It was the beginning of my journey. And I was in a workshop or a sermon or something, and the teacher said, you now have absolutely all the joy, prosperity, and peace that you can possibly hold. And I said, I do not. Just like this. What is he talking about? Well, of course I don't have all I can hold. Look at me. Do you think I had all I could hold? Yep. I did have all I could hold. David, would you help us, please? So, while I was working on this idea, and it took me a while because I was very young, I was very possessive of what had been, all the hard work and labors I had been doing, right? And so, in my state of possessiveness, I knew that I had done nothing wrong, and dang it, I deserved more. All right? Okay. Thank you. So what Spirit showed me to share with you, this is a visual for those of you that learn through seeing. We're using a pie chart of Bonnie's from 2014, which means nothing to anybody. But I did not have time to put a pie chart together. This is a pie chart of the absolute 100% of all the revenue we received in 2014. And she divided it up into the areas that it came through. And I've covered all the data, so your minds do not get too distracted. But think of the pie chart. This is 100% of the revenue we received that year, allocated by how it came. You are a pie chart. If we put any one of your lives up here on the pie chart, you would probably have every single space allocated. With your responsibilities, with what you do, with feeding your dog, with taking care of your spouse, with doing laundry, work, extra work, and more work. And there would probably be very little in your pie chart that has flexibility in it. Now some of you may actually have a wee space that we would use for meditation. Maybe you actually do talk to God. So we give you just a wee ittle bittle space. That's not even, but that's fine. And that's the time that you meditate. See, my pie chart has space for God in it. But what am I doing in that meditation time? Feed me, Father, Mother God. Feed me, God. Talk to me, God. Tell me what to do, God. Connecting with the universe, God. I am listening. I am receptive. I am taking in all I can. Doing my 1% of pie chart time. I know everybody has that at least, yes?
Yes.
Okay. All right. If we're going to flow with the universe and we squeeze in time to commune with God, can we really feel the flow of the universe when our pie chart is so full? It's like, yes, talk to me, God, now, but and I'll go, and I'll do what I need to do, and I'll see you tomorrow. What if, in our pie chart of energy, all that we are in our daily lives, we thought about opening a space where the universe could flow? How crazy would that be? A space where the universe could flow. So I won't make it too large. What if we added just that much space? And we literally said, in my day, I'm going to have a space where miracles can move through me. A space of time where I will flow with God. Everybody's going, but what? But that's not my agenda. Well, how will I know what to do? Well, how will I be in control of what's happening? What if something crazy happens and it takes up what I need to do next? Oh my God. God may not understand. I have things to do. Isn't this a crazy thought? To have space in your daily life where you have no idea what you're going to do. Okay, I can see I'm really making a valid, encouraging point here. All right. If we are going to actually move with the universal flow, we really do need to entertain the idea of opening up to God possibilities. Now, most of us do it this way. Okay, I'm using the working 61% because most of us work that much. So we do it this way. Okay, God, I'm at work. Okay, if you need me, let me know. I'm working. Did you? No, I didn't hear anything. Working. No, you did not say anything. I know you didn't. Working. And God's going, hello, can you call your grandma, please? Call your grandma. She needs you now. But God, you don't understand. Yeah, I understand. Call your grandma. And if you were to stop and call your grandma, what would you know for a fact would happen? The work would be taken care of. And do you think Grandma needs you? Grandma needs you. And Grandma needs you right now. And the minute you go, Grandma, she goes, oh my God, I'm so glad you're gone. I was hurting, I needed you, blah, 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 blah. So this is how most of us interact with God. We negotiate. We say, yeah, God, you can flow through me while I'm doing my pie chart, my agenda. You can flow through me if you can get to me. If you can say it loud enough, I'll do it. Make sense? Okay. Can you feel your cells starting to expand? If you realize science teaches you that you're 90% open space, do you know that? Science tells you that. These cells have space between them. And yet we act like we're like this solid thing roaming around. So feel yourself expanding. What if I did open up the idea that every day I'm going to give God space, the universe space to flow? And you might start with 5 minutes. Start with 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be the same time every day. But you can start with something small. And then see how everything gets taken care of when you allocate that flow, when you allocate that time. All right. Creating a space of possibilities, allowing God to take a space in your agenda, not take you away from your agenda, but to have God as a part of your agenda. Does that sound good? Mm-hmm. All right. I taught something in seminary yesterday morning. I've got my girls finishing Life and Teachings of the Masters of the Far East, Book 5. And part of the instructions is about prayer. So I thought I'd share that at this time with you. I have a beautiful visual. Again, these are not artist hands. So imagine with me. When you are in your energy field and you are vibrating, you are the totality of who you are you not? You are a pie chart of you. This is you. And you say, oh God, Creator, however you pray. Does anybody have need of something in matter, physical? Okay. Oh God, I would love to receive whatever it is. Now if you look at your vibratory field does not have that in it, or you'd already have it. So let's say you're vibrating pink and you're beautiful pink and what you want is blue. I want this thing and it's blue. Well, you got no blue in your body. So you put up this little pink prayer, God, I'd really like to get some blue. And the first thing that happens is a beautiful blue of God love starts to pour into you to create a space so that you can have in your consciousness something that you do not yet own. So the first thing that has to happen is the energy of what you want comes through you. Do you understand? I've asked God for blue. God goes, okay, here's a little dab of blue. We'll bring it in, and then you receive it, and then you integrate it, and now you've got pink and blue. And now the thing you wanted is there because you can own it in consciousness. That wasn't too wild, was it? All right. That is how we expand. That is how we manifest. That is how we pray. You never pray for what you already have, do you? Thank you, God. I was telling the girls, you don't pray for breakfast. You guys don't pray that food comes to your table. You know food's there. You don't pray that your dog's going to welcome you. Of course the dog's going to welcome you. What we own in our pink consciousness, we don't ask God for. We own it. We may thank God for it, which you actually should. But we pray for what we do not yet own in consciousness. And then we create a space to receive it. Now, why am I giving you this example now? Because it's the same thing. We got to create a space in our pie chart. Space if we want to expand. Space if we want to flow with the universe. Space for something new and different. Does that make sense? Are you going to think about colors next time you ask God for something? And then visualize that beautiful color of God coming back through you. You'll receive it, it'll integrate, and then you'll have everything you need, and then it'll manifest. Because now you can hold it. You can own it. Everybody breathe. Opening up for greater good. I am open to God's goodness, and when I am open to God's goodness, anything can happen. Anything can happen. I was speaking with someone. There was a time in my life when we were not at war, overtly at war. The United States was at peace, other than what they might have been doing that I didn't know about. You know what I'm saying? But we were at peace for about 20 years. There was no war, there was nothing happening. And the ideas and consciousness of the people was so uplifted. We were all striving for prosperity. We were happy. Everybody was supporting each other. There was no real strife. It was a pocket of energy where there was joy. It's a pocket of energy of joy. It didn't last. I thought it was going to last forever. It was like, oh my God, thank you, God. The new age is here. Oh, thank you. Well, crumbled a little bit. But I share this with you because when you walk and you do not have a space for God possibilities, your energy is not happy. Your energy is not open. You get up, yes, I meditate, yes, I'm good, and you get up every day, it's going to be the same thing it's always been. And or I'm going to have to work harder to get that raise, or I'm going to have to do this or do that. You don't wake up and go, aha, the universe is moving today. I had no idea it was going to happen. Yes, I love my life. Yes, it's good. In the Tuesday night a couple of weeks ago, we did a broad brush of how we wanted the next few months of 2016 to be. I want mine to be fulfillment based, but some of it was like the kids would say, I'm living the dream. I'm living the dream. I'm happy. I'm doing what I need to do. I'm open to do what the world does not see for me. I'm open to see myself in a way that the world doesn't see me. We can inventory the world today, right now. Just look at the newspaper, watch a TV news broadcast, and you could start listing all the things that you need to be aware of to protect yourself from, because things are happening. Okay? Now, where's my focus? Did I create any of these problems? Then I can't solve them. If I didn't create it, I can't solve it. So, okay, not mine to do. Not mine to do. I'm going to be happy today. I'm going to open myself. I'm going to say, yes, there is a possibility that God light can flow through me now, and I can be inspired in a way I've never been inspired before. I can be used as a channel of healing love for somebody. I could be walking around and win $1 million. I could have any experience in the world because I'm living with a space, a wedge of the possibility of miracles in my world. Just a wedge of it. Anything can happen. Does that sound like work? No. Well, it is. She was alive during the peacetime. She can remember it. I know you can. But it is. It's to stay focused and to stay open to God's greater good. I am a recipient of God's greater good no matter what anyone says to me. I am still that. So, the universe flows to me, it fills my space, and I need to keep it open. If the universe flows to me, it will also flow through me. So the beautiful light that I now become now emanates from me, and I bless everybody. Everybody. All right. When Jesus sent the 12 out, do y'all remember when he sent his disciples out? Do you remember he sent them out 2 by 2? So you guys go here, you guys go here, you guys go here. Do you remember what he told them? You don't worry. Give all your gold and your money to the poor. Give your second coat to somebody. Don't carry an extra pair of sandals. In that day and time, they would actually wear their extra clothing. You know, because there weren't stores. Macy's was not on every corner. So they would wear their clothing. They would carry their extra stuff. They would have their money in their pocket. Get rid of all of it and walk in faith. He said, you guys need to know that God's going to take care of you. How can you serve the Creator if you are not open for the miracles of support for you? And how can you heal anybody? How can you believe God's going to flow through you to heal anybody if you don't believe God's going to take care of you? So he sent them out 2 by 2. You're on your own for food, somebody's going to take care of you. And they all came back happy. They all came back with stories of how none of them experienced lack or want. They were all fulfilled. Now, have you in your meditation gotten the directive from God or Jesus come before you and said, now sell all you have, give it to the poor, take your clothes and give them away, and you will now follow me? No, we're not asked to do that. We're asked simply give me some space. Can I have a little bit of room? You know, we are not asked. We can learn to flow with the universe through conscious participation. And we're not asked to give up our agenda in the process. Do you know why you're not asked? Because you're a child of God. And as a child of God, you have free will. And if your will is taken from you, you're not a child of God. God would never take your will. These were students. The reason he did to the disciples, they were in training, and he knew what was ahead of them, and they needed to know how to manifest. And they did. They learned. And then they spent the rest of their lives trusting, because that was their job. You're not hitting the road. You're not evangelicals going out to travel. You have to learn how to use your free will in a way that satisfies you and blesses the whole. So you always get to choose. But your will does not know the greater good God has for you. That's all I'm saying. Your will just doesn't know. You go back to the Noah box, what it has been. Okay, let me inventory my animals. Let me inventory all my stocks and bonds. Let me inventory everybody in. Okay, lock down. Here we go. Our will doesn't know the greater good God has for us. Our hearts do, but our will doesn't. Okay. Space for prayers to be answered. Space for miracles to occur. Everybody breathe. Sound easy? Okay. Some of you that work for a living and your agenda is as tight as it can be, just as tight as it can be, and you're looking at me saying, there is no way I have time for this, Cindy. I cannot do it. I'm telling you, you have to do it. If you want it, you have to do it. If you want to get into the flow of the universe and out of the Noah box, you have to do it. That's not me telling you, you have to. We have to learn to trust. We have to learn to trust those miracles. And if you are in the energy of wanting to, and you set aside 5 minutes a day, that 5 minutes may come to you in a surprising way when you didn't plan it. You may be out shopping and here's your 5 minutes. Oh, someone needs my help. Let me go roll with that. You hear me? We're not like commanding God to show up at this time. We're rolling with God. But we're knowing that we have a space where we want that energy to flow through us. We have that space. The last 2 weeks we've been talking about taking a step to change. Remember our question? Is your living in the moment helping your forward motion? Is how you are living in the moment helping your forward motion? Do you remember that? Okay. Is what I'm doing today going to help me tomorrow where I want to be? Just ask yourself that. And if it's yes, great. And if it's no, just consider, okay, how long do I want to invest my energy in this thing that does not help me go forward? It's your choice, because you have free will. Yes, okay. All right. We were talking about changing. We talked about changing through an action, taking an action step that's different. Anybody do that? Do an affirmation. Remember we talked about affirmations, changing the whole vibration of your body. Anybody work with an affirmation? Good. We've got a lot of that going on. Excellent. Has everybody changed something that's been with us? That's a very mixed bag. I want to tell you one change that I did, because it was a beautiful moment for me. I needed a table for this afternoon's session, an extra table. And I was on the phone with Adriana, and we were chitty-chatting. And I was driving home, and I got home, and I sat on my front porch chitty-chatting with Adriana. Okay, click into conversation. The front yard was calling me. It said, you need to lay on Mother Earth. And I said, that is crazy. I am a seasoned person. I have lived in this house for 13 years and never have I laid down on my yard. And I looked at my yard, and the universe didn't say you have to. I just felt Mother Earth saying, you need some healing energy. Come lay down on me. I went and got my little throw blanket. I laid it in my front yard. And seasoned though I am, heals it all. I laid down on my Mother Earth. And the healing energy was amazing. And I looked at the clouds in the sky, and there was a huge cloud that was like the clouds the day my mom's memorial service was held. There were angels crossing the sky on her Memorial Day. And there was one big mommy angel going by, and I cried for my mom, and I missed her, and then I let Mother Earth heal me. It was amazing. It was amazing. And when I was finished, and then they said, okay, you're done, I got up and I thought, why have I never done that before? Why do I let myself not be 14? I lived on the ground at 14. Did anybody live on the ground? You lay out and watch the stars. I mean, that's what you do. I used to live out there. What happened to me that I've lost that part of me? And when I got up and went in the house, I went, oh my God, I just did my change. I changed something. And it wasn't like I planned to change it, but it was a major change. I changed something about me. I reclaimed that wisdom of Mother Earth. And it was very powerful. So I hope that you're also experiencing a power when you're doing your affirmation changes, your changes in your world, to take you to a better tomorrow, the one you want to be at. So today, the change now is not just you changing something you want, but perhaps now allowing God to help create a greater space and change in your world. God, the universe, moves us, making a change where we can open to the miracle possibilities is so important. You right now are experiencing all the joy, prosperity, and peace that you can hold in this moment. Yes or no?
Yes.
That's so good. You guys are good. I got one arm crossed. How do we hold more? Open and create some space. Open and create space. Shall we do that right now?
Yes.
Let's put your feet on the floor. God, we ask that you bless each one in this moment and that they feel your peace. And I would invite each one of you to feel a beautiful silver light come over you, like a beautiful column of light, silver energy. Breathe and feel that you are safe. And this time I want your focus to go to the pit of your stomach, that solar plexus energy, where your will resides. Feel that. It may be tight, it may be open, but feel that. Everything I have done and everything I am doing has been perfect. There is nothing wrong. Take a breath. And if you're ready, you can say to yourself, I am ready to receive greater. I am ready to open to receive all of the good the universe has for me. Feel that solar plexus, the stomach energy, feel it opening. I am open to receive the love my Father, Mother God has for me. And I am open to flowing with the universe. And just breathe and stay aware of that physical aspect of your body and feel it expanding. And now let that love of God just move through you and feel your heart opening. My greatest joy is flowing with God. My next greatest joy is letting God flow through the creations in my world. Let the energy continue just to move freely. Feel your love and acceptance of self. You are the child of God. God, I ask that you bless each one. I ask that your infinite, unending, and unlimited love move through them. For their soul's journey, I ask that you bless them now with a peace and with whatever they need. And as I pray, feel energy moving through the top of your head. God, we accept greater good. We accept greater good. And we thank you. And so it is. Breathe, feel your body, feel your safety in this beautiful light. I am your child, God. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. How do you feel? You guys ready? You expanded? You ready to bring some blue into your pink? All right. Well, this week as you walk, be aware that with every conscious contact with God, you expand. And if you can set aside a time for miracles, walking with the idea of miracles, walking with that consciousness of peace, and see what happens.